Today we're going to test Claude, Gemini, and ChatGPT. We're going to give points to the AIs based on the good choices they make and see which AI in the end has the most points. So starting really easy, I'm going to ask the AI for 5 march setup with whatever commanders they want for the open field. And for every meta commander they suggest, the AI gets 1 point. So let's start with ChatGPT. Hi, I'm playing Rise of Kingdoms. Can you suggest me a 5 march lineup to use for the open field in Season of Conquest? I'm gonna give each AI the same prompt. Okay, so let's see what ChatGPT is saying. Sun Tzu Prime plus Bai Chi. Infantry. Liu Che plus Philip. Okay. QSH plus YSG. Herman Prime plus Alp Arslan, and we got Arthur Pendragon plus Achilles. Okay, so these are actually better than I expected, but I'm not sure if Herman is meta anymore. I guess you can say the new guy is meta. I would consider Philip meta as well, but I would not give the point for Herman. I think Zuge is a way better option. I don't know if Philip is that great as well, but I guess there's not a lot of 4th infantry commanders. I mean, you could say William Wallace, you could say Ivar, probably better options, but I'm gonna let Philip count, and I'm gonna have to remove 1 point for Herman. So ChatGPT gets 9 out of 10 points so far. Gemini suggesting high damage, heavy debuff, survivability, and high mobility. The first infantry march, Wahan Yu and CPU Africanus Prime. That's definitely 0 points for the first march. On the second march, Gorgo or Sargon with Liu Che, that's 1 point. Cav 1 is Nevsky and Joan Prime. That's 0 points. Wedge Cav is out of meta. Cav 2 is who with William or Alp Arslan? I guess I'll give a point, but wait, this guy isn't even a Cav commander, he's an archer commander. What is he doing in the Cav lineup? This is 0 points. So far, only 1 point for Liu Che. Then we got the archer march, Zhuge Liang with Boudica Prime or Herman Prime. I'll give the point for Zhuge, but not mentioning QSH here is criminal. Is he even aware of the existence of the new commanders? I think Gemini is stuck in the past. So Gemini gets only 2 points, which is really bad. This is the easiest questions, and we got way harder questions coming up. And let's look at Claude. So Claude told us Ivan IV plus William Marshall for cavalry. This guy's not in the game. I can't give you a point for someone who's not in the game yet. Then he said Nevsky plus Joan of Arc Prime. This is horrible. This is 0 points for the Cav marches. He's suggesting Attila plus Genghis Khan for an alternative. Bro, nobody uses these in combination. Okay, let's go to the next archers. Zhuge Liang plus Herman Prime. Okay, this is the same as Gemini. Zhuge, he gets a point. Herman doesn't get a point. Alp Arslan is a newer S plus alternative if you have him. So he knows about the new archer commander, but he's not aware of QSH. And then he says YSG as a secondary. I mean, YSG is only good with QSH. I can't give him a point for YSG, just for mentioning him, because he forgot about QSH. If he mentioned QSH, I would give him a point there. So I'm going to give him a point for Zhuge, and I'm going to give him a point for the new archer, for Alp Arslan. But not mentioning QSH, honestly, it should be like minus 10 points. And then for infantry, Liu Che plus CPU Africanus Prime. Top infantry pairing right now. I'm not so sure about that. Then we got Sun Tzu Prime and Bai Chi. Okay, finally a good commander, Sun Tzu Prime. So he gets 3 points here. 1 for Liu Che, 1 for Bai Chi, and 1 for Sun Tzu Prime. So this is a total of 5 points for Claude, which means Gemini so far has the least points. So let's ask the next question to our AIs. And that's going to be about equipment. And my question for the AI will be to give me an ideal cavalry equipment set. And that's because cavalry equipment is very linear. There's only really one ideal equipment set that includes pants, Ash of Dawn, 2 pieces for the chestplate and the boots, the nervous control gloves, and the 2 KVK pieces, and then probably a horn, and then either a ring or drum. Give me an ideal cavalry equipment layout, including every slot. Only give the most meta pieces regardless of cost. Okay, so I'm gonna prompt it like this, so the AI knows to give the best pieces. I'm gonna be more specific, so it's easier for the AI. I'm gonna say, give me one of the following. I'm gonna do helmet, chest plate, glove, leggings, boots, weapon, then accessory 1, and then accessory 2. Okay, so that's the prompt. Let's see how the AIs do. So ChatGPT, very short answer, helmet, war helm of the hellish wasteland. That is not a point. The right answer would be Pride of the Khan. Chestplate, heavy arm of the hellish wasteland. That's a point. Glove, Navas control. That's a point. Leggings, Ash of the Dawn. That's a point. Boots of the hellish wasteland. That's also a point. Weapon, Lance of the hellish wasteland. That's not a point. The KVK weapon is the correct answer. And then Horn of Fury plus Ring of Doom. So he's missing 2 points. So out of 8 points, he got 6. Let's check Claude next. So Claude suggesting, based on cross-referencing several current guides, here's the top meta cavalry loadout. Let's see what he's saying. Helmet, KVK Conqueror's Helmet, Pride of the Khan. KVK exclusive, that's a point. Chestplate, Hope Cloak. How do you start this good, but then you suggest an infantry chestplate? I clearly asked for cavalry. That's not the right option. Navarre's Control is correct. Ash of the Dawn is correct. Cloud Racers? What even is a Cloud Racer? I have to check and see what equipment the Cloud Racer is. Cloud Racer are the epic cavalry boots. Why is he going to epic? Oh my god, he's so dumb. Weapon, Sacred Dominion, that's a point. Horn of Fury is a point, and Ring of Doom is a point. So Claude is missing on the boots, missing on the chest plate. There's also 6 points for Claude. We got 2 totally different answers so far. Gemini is suggesting the absolute best in slot bis meta cavalry equipment layout for open field. Okay. It starts bad on the helmet. A War Helm of the Hellish Wasteland. That's absolutely wrong. We don't want to use this helmet. We want to use the KVK helmet. Chestplate, Heavy Armor of the Hellish Wasteland. That's the correct chestplate. Navarre's Control is the correct glove, but he's suggesting a stupid glove, which I'm gonna ignore because it's in brackets. So he gets a point for this. Ash of the Dawn. Everybody got Ash of the Dawn correct and the chestplate correct. That's very good. Boots, Hellish Wasteland, also correct. Sacred Dominion, he's suggesting the KVK piece. So he got the KVK piece for the weapon, but not for the helmet. Why? Horn of Fury and Ring of Doom. So he's missing only 1 point for the helmet. Gemini got the most points in this task, so he's clutching up. Gemini still has the least points with 9, Claude got 11, and GPT is leading with 16. I'm gonna ask AI a very simple question. I'm gonna ask it if I should use my speed-ups for training or save them for KVK fighting. And it's a very simple question. The correct answer, of course, is save for KVK fighting, the universal speed-ups. If the AI says for training, I should train my universals away, then they get 0 points. If they say save for KVK, they get 5 points. My KVK is starting soon. Should I save my universal speed-up for fighting or train troops? I'm gonna say healing. Should I save my speed ups for healing or train troops? I currently have about 2 million E5 troops. Okay, so ChatGPT is yapping a lot. In the previous answer, he just gave it straight up, but now he's yapping a lot. And he's basically saying to save the universals for healing and only use the training speed ups for training. That's 5 points for ChatGPT, which gives him 21 total points right now. Okay, Gemini is also telling me to save my universals for healing. So Gemini also gets 5 full points in this task. And then Claude also gets this correct. Okay, this was more of like a dummy test to see if they're actually stupid, but it seems like they're not doing too bad, right? I mean, except for the commander suggestions, not doing too bad so far. Okay, for the next question, let's go back to my commanders and let's see if the AI knows what I should do with my legendary commander sculptures. I'm going to tell the AI that I have enough sculptures to expertise 2 commanders and what I should put the sculptures into. I got enough universal sculptures to expertise 2 new commanders. Which commander should I invest into to improve my current open field layout? Now what's interesting is that I don't give the names of the current commanders. So if they can't recognize the commander by the screenshot, right, by the icon, then the AI is pretty useless. Looking at your screenshot, your current 5 marches appear to be QSHY is correct, Sons of Prime BQ is not correct, Liuche Philip is not correct, Nevsky John Prime, Arthur Achilles is not correct. Okay, all of the AIs don't know what I'm actually showing them. You should invest in Liuche and John Prime. Bro, none of the AIs actually know what I'm showing them. There's not even the commanders I have. Okay, I'm gonna redo this. I'm gonna tell them what commanders I have and then ask the same question. So I told them what my lineup is. Your current 5 marches are QSHYSG, Zugeliang Philip. Yep. Okay, these are my marches. With enough sculptures for 2 XPs, I invest in Ivan IV. He's not out yet, but okay, I accept it. And then Sanzu Prime, second priority. Okay, I think this is full points actually. Like this is 10, this is 6 points. Like I said, 6 points. But then he did recognize a few of them wrong, but it's fine. It's fine. So he'd rearrange to QSHYSG, Zugeliang Philip II, Sanzu Prime Baichi, Liuche Flexible Secondary, Arthur Ivan. Why did he delete 1 calf march? Okay, no, this is negative 3 points. He just deleted my calf march. Bro, you don't have to delete my calf march. Okay, he gets plus 3 points for Ivan IV, plus 3 points for Sons of Prime, but he gets negative 3 points for deleting my calf march. So ChatGPT gains 3 points in this question. Let's look at Gemini next. Recommended expertise investments, CPU Africanus and Nevsky or Joan of Arc. Oh my god. Optimized 5 march layouts. Infantry 1, CPU Prime Liuche. You just deleted BQ for some reason. Archer 1, Zhuge Liang, YSG or Philip. Zhuge Liang, YSG, are you serious? Infantry 2, USH with Baichi. What? Cav 1, Nevsky Arthur. Cav 2, Attila, Achilles or Xiang Yu? What? Immediate upgrade options with 0 extra sculptures. Move Che behind QSH. QSH Liu Che is significantly stronger than Baichi Liu Che. Pair Zhuge Liang with YSG. Bro, this is negative a million points. How do they even score this? This is negative 3 points, negative 6 points. I delete my archer marches, so you're at negative 9. And then for this, you get another negative 6. You're at negative 15. The GPT gained 3 points, but Gemini lost 15 points. Let's look at what Claude said. Please, Claude, save this. Looking at your 5 marches, 2 are clearly weaker than the rest given your current meta. March 4, Attila Achilles, and March 2, Zhuge Liang Philip II. So he wants me to get Ivan IV, who's not in the game yet, but I accept it as plus 3 points. And then he wants me to invest in Hermann Prime, swap Philip II out for Hermann Prime secondary. Okay, this is negative 3 points. I'm not swapping Philip for Hermann Prime. Then he says, if you ever get a third investment down the line, March 5's Genghis Khan is the next thing worth replacing. There's not even a Genghis Khan in March 5. It clearly says Arthur and Ingame Chat. He doesn't know which commander GG is. He's not aware of this commander. Okay, that's negative 3 points. So he gets plus 3, minus 3, and minus 3 again. So Claude gets minus 3 points. Means ChatGPT is leading with 24 points, and Gemini is negative 1 point. I want to start a new account. Guide me through my commander and equipment choices for KVK1 and KVK2 up to the swap event, and then also tell me which commanders I should swap. Let's say make sure you are fully up to date on the current meta, so you don't give any wrong advice. Only suggest 2 marches at maximum because I am a low spender. So this is the prompt I'm going to give to the AIs, and I'm going to rank this the following. In KVK1 and KVK2, for the commanders he tells me to invest in, if it's a good choice, I'm going to give 5 points. If it's a bad choice, 0 points. For the swap event, if it's a good commander to swap, like if he says swap for QSH, I'm going to give 10 points. If it's a bad swap, 0 points. Actually, for really bad choices, I'm going to remove 10 points. And for a bad commander suggestion, they suggest me to invest in Caesar in KVK1, I'm going to also remove 5 points. Okay, ChatGPT is already answering. So you build the entire account around the post KVK2 commander swap. Very smart. There will be 1 main march in KVK1, optionally 2 in KVK2. Then use the 2 swaps to merge with Qin Shi Huang plus Sun Tzu Prime as your 2 cornerstone commanders. This is really good. ChatGPT is giving really good advice actually. So the account direction, I would start China. You get Sun Tzu sculptures early. That's true. KVK1 infantry focused, KVK2 infantry plus archer if your resources allow it. After swap, archer plus infantry. Very good. March 1, your real fighting march. Sun Tzu Ethelflaed. No legendary heads invested yet. And for KVK1 infantry equipment, he's just suggesting Hope Cloak. Okay, eventually Hope Cloak. Which lineage was the purple helmet. Quirk Simility is also purple. The shield, the blue shield, very good. Oh, I'm actually impressed by ChatGPT. Wow. Okay. What about YSG? If you can afford YSG, run Sun Tzu YSG. Eventually you will reuse YSG behind QSH. If you can't expertise YSG, run Sun Tzu Ethelflaed. The commanders I would develop for swapping. My preferred targets are Cao Cao, Footmost, or Pyrrhus. These are all very good options for swapping. KVK1 second march, Footmost YSG, Footmost Ethelflaed. Alright, you want me to run Sun Tzu Pyrrhus? I assume Sun Tzu Pyrrhus? Infantry Sun Tzu Ethelflaed, Archer Footmost YSG. Very good, very good. Equipment set for my archers. Revival set pieces, yes. Flame threads, yes. Okay, this is purple, this is good. Purple set, very good. Set to infantry, keep improving the Sun Tzu set. Hope Cloak, I don't like that he's upgrading infantry that much. I would rather see more archer upgrades, but I guess it's alright. End of KVK swap event, now it gets spicy. Cao Cao for QSH. Want to run QSH YSG. Second swap, Footmost or Pyrrhus for Sun Tzu Prime. Run Sun Tzu Prime infantry secondary, like Sun Tzu Prime Baichi. The complete roadmap. Okay, honestly, this is great. This is great. I like this a lot. There's 40 points for ChatGPT. Full points. So ChatGPT is now at 64 points. Way in the lead. And Claude is still thinking for 4 minutes. Okay, let's look at Gemini next. Because Gemini is historically not that good. So maybe we get some funny answers here. One is KVK1 and KVK2 setup. March 1, Sun Tzu, Björn Ironside. Okay, not horrible. Then March 2, Ethelflaed, Joan of Arc. Now, I'm not sure about this march. I would rather not use the Joan of Arc. So for Sun Tzu, Björn, and Ethelflaed, I would give 15 points. For Joan, I would give 0 points. It's not horrible, but it's also not preferred. Especially as a low spender, you shouldn't run buff marches. And equipment choices. Gatekeeper shield, very good. Epic purple, epic purple. Okay, he's not suggesting anything ridiculous. Silent trial, the lens amulet. I mean, a little bit expensive, these two, but it's all right. KVK2 commander swap event. The end of KVK2, the game hosts commander call swap event. Yeah, I know. Collect and skill up gold commanders that drop naturally. Charles Martel, Sousa, or El Cid. Okay. Buy or obtain cheap statues for commanders like Pyrrhus or Julius Caesar. Do not use gold heads on them. Just accumulate the keys events. Who to swap? So he wants me to use 0 gold heads. 0. That's not good. That's not a good strategy. You want to use your gold heads before KVK2 swap. So you get them back after the swap, right? So you want to make the most of them before. So that's to swap Charles Martel for CPU Africanus Prime. And then Sousa or El Cid for Nevsky or Zhuge Liang. Okay, this is negative 10 points. And another negative 10 points. So he got 15 points here. And now he gets negative 20. CPU Prime Neoche, Cavalry or Archer, Nevsky Joan Prime, or Zhuge Liang and Herman. Bro, this guy, don't use Gemini. Negative 5 points. Gemini now has a total of negative 6 points. Anyways, let's look at Claude. Let's see if Claude can redeem himself. He wants me to use 2 infantry marches. Sun Tzu Prime plus YSG. Okay, not bad. And then in KVK2, he wants me to use CPU Africanus Prime and Boudica Prime. In KVK2, buddy, these commanders are not out in KVK2 and they are not rated S or S plus tier. So Sun Tzu Prime is 5 points. Isongye is 5 points. CPU Prime in KVK2 is negative 5 and Boudica Prime is another negative 5. So this section is 0 points. Let's see what he says for equipment. Okay, he's not giving any specific equipment, he's just rambling. And then the swap event. Swap event lets you trade expertise sculptures you already signed into a commander for different commander of same tier. Here's the good news, because all 4 commanders above, Sun Tzu, YSG, CPU Prime, Boudica Prime are still confirmed strong in the current SC meta. You likely won't need to swap any of them out entirely. That 2 modulation holds up, bro. I can't even swap Sun Tzu because he's an epic. I would spend a swap once available. Trade Boudica Prime's investment into Guan Yu. Guan Yu is the better rated secondary for CPU Africanus Prime. No shit, but they're both garbage. Oh, I'm losing my mind. So swapping into him sharpens March 2 into CPU Prime plus Guan Yu without touching March 1 at all. So I'm supposed to run Epic Sun Tzu in KVK 3. If you end up wanting a 3rd March down the line, that's also the natural point to start saving for cavalry pairing like Ivan plus Achilles. On Cav, he gets normal commanders. These are normal cavalry commanders. But the rest is garbage. This is shit. Negative a million points. First of all, he's only suggesting 1 swap. So this is negative 10 for the swap and another negative 10 not even considering the second swap. It's negative 20. Negative 20 points. And this one right here is 0 points. Which means the total for Claude is negative 7 points. Which means Claude is worse than Gemini. Oh my god. So all in all, I think the score is very obvious. If you are using an AI to help you in Rise of Kingdoms, please use ChatGPT. But even ChatGPT is making a lot of mistakes. So just watch YouTube or something. I don't even know. These AIs are absolute melons. Don't use them for Rise of Kingdoms. I hope you guys had fun, because I had a lot of fun doing this. This was actually very funny. And if you guys want to see more of this, let me know. Leave a like, drop a comment, or whatever people tell you to do, and goodbye.